size. Now as I take the ball and I move it closer, right? Now if I show you the ball like this, my ball, this white ball looks way bigger than the other one, right? And as I push it more into the circle, you can actually try to assume which ball is actually bigger. Which ball is bigger? When I put it in the corner, it looks much bigger. So you're assuming I'm blocking out the light to the darker side of the moon. See that? So which ball is bigger? Forget about that part of the video. Here is the second part, and I'm putting up my book in front because I want to read off what I wrote. While I actually wrote down what somebody else said. Does that make that my work? Oh boy! Cat just jumped up on the table next to a bottle and a cup and a bowl, and he's jumping from. There you go. Anybody want to come over for dinner? Oh, there goes the second one. They're on the trail. I gotta wash every single day. I have to wash my. Yeah, look what happens. I changed the colors for the camera, so the whole place looks a little bit more psychedelic, right? Okay, you gonna jump on the counter there too, buddy? Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, jump, jump. Get ready. Oh, you're not gonna jump. What are you gonna do? That's 360. The other, go ahead, jump, jump. Everybody's waiting for the big jump. Go ahead, I'm encouraging you. Go, go, go. Do it, do it. Come on, you can do it. Next to the coffee maker, do it, do it, do it. Come on, let's go, let's go. Oh yeah, yeah. Great encouragement. What's up? No, what's on second? Who's on second? No, who's on first? Now let me tell you what I don't know. He's on third base. But when you write these things out, okay, when you write these things out, they don't come out the same. Why? Because he's in left field. Because he's in center field. We're not going to talk who's on right. Why? Because. Because why, I don't know, is on third base. Who's playing in my head? What's on second base? It's not a what is on second base. It's who's on second base. No, who's on first. So does that mean I'm on first? But even if I'm on first, nothing begins until tomorrow. Because when tomorrow becomes today and I'm on first base, then you'll know what you don't know, because what you didn't know is I didn't know before, because that's third base and that comes in creation. When the shortstop, S and S, the spirit and the soul come together, and the baseman's name is I don't give a darn. If you know what a darn is, right? The darn is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 without the 7, 8, 9. Because you have the 7 on this flap, and you can't get to the 9 unless you go around the 8 through 5. And the 5 on a darn or a salmon is the backbone. And connected to the backbone on each side of the flaps, okay, each side of the wings, are the bones. The bones go up and the bones come down. Give me a fin. The fin can be out of the water and the fish can live all day. What is that fin? Well, a fin is an expression for 5. Fin, 5. What's that? Well, it depends. If it's a shark, it's like that. If it's a whale, it's like that. How do I differentiate? By what actually exists, like that. I get different lines on this. This or that. He's on first. No, he's not on first. Then where is he? If who gets paid. Listen to the words. There is no he naturally. Throw the ball to who naturally. But who is naturally? Nature's alley? First base? First base is mentioned in naturally. So in the word first is ST. In the word second is ND. And then the third, and I'm going to write this down. STNDRDTH. Stand and are death. Stay and tan, DNA, and the roadway to death. Standard death. Who's on first? The picture is tomorrow. Is that the river that flows, that has began and is already and is a continuous flow, that until it comes to now, today, it was from yesterday? Or is it tomorrow? Because the river that flows today flows into tomorrow. Therefore, was I the catcher as the receiver? Or was I the pitcher as the receiver from the catcher? Where does it begin? It begins when the man steps up to the plate. Until the man steps out of the plate and the umpire, okay, says play ball, can the pitcher actually pitch? The umpire is the director. He calls the batter into the batter's box. The pitcher gets ready to throw. The batter puts up his arm. He puts up 5. To get an 8. How does the batter put up 5 to get an 8? Because he puts up 5 fingers, because you're saying high 5, to get a stop which has 8 corners. But if it's got 8 corners, it's got 8 flat sides. And if you want to document every flat, the center of a flat, although a flat starts with a point here and a point here, that's the center of the flat. Now, if you put a point in the center and you put the high-low of the point and the low-low of the point, you have the high and the low of the point, you already have 2 triangles. If you move those 2 together, you'll get the high and the low and the flow, and you'll have a Star of David, and that will be 6. And in between the 6 points, you'll actually have 6 areas that are indentation. So you'll have 6 and 6, you'll have 12. So in 8, you get 16, and 6, you get 12. So if you get 8 becomes 16 areas, noted as the half-life 1 and 6, and if you get the 6 and the 6, the 8 and the 8 equaling to 7, 6 and the 6 equals to 12, you have a total of 73 or 37. Numeric value for the red sun. Here comes the message, we're taking the byway to Highway 80. How do I know this? Where does it come from? Because I know when you get into your car and you're driving or you're looking on a map, and you look and you go, Highway 80. Oh, look, it used to be Highway 66. 66 is for the woman. And it's also the high point and the low point in the staircase to gematria, because it goes 6, 7, 6. So if you just cut out the peak of the 7, you go from 6 through 5 into 6 through the 7th gate. Through the energy of the 7th gate of what relies on what we know as the moon. Why the moon? 88 is the sky, the purple sky. Why the purple sky? Why the pigs? In one, out the other. The pigs are straightforward. Because the word pig, P-I-G, is 977. Mean 9 birth to the 7th gateway to the 7th gateway. Now, is it in between the 77? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Why am I doing this? Because as I move, I can do all the way straight down, but it shows you that in gematria, the M and the N are the same numeric value, 1. So I'm going to move over 1, stay on the same level, but do I keep going down now? Or should I start going up? Well, I can do this, and at the same time, I can do this. I can make both designs. That's why when some people watch 80,000 views of my roulette, all I'm talking about is I know all the answers. Whatever combination can happen, That's what the answer is. It's a combination. Is it going to be the 1, 2, the 1, 3, the 1, 4, the 1, 5, blah, 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 blah? Is it going to be the 2, 3, the 2, 1, the 2, 4, the 2, 5, blah, blah, and all the way up? I give you all the answers. What happens is next. So I gave you tomorrow's answer. What will happen tomorrow, I gave it to you today, and when it actually happens at risk, you will see the answer. Tomorrow comes to today because I knew the answer today. I just didn't know which one of the answers I knew that will actually show up today because it happened, but it's actually from tomorrow because of what I created yesterday. Because of yesterday and knowing now, knowing what the future is because of what I already know today, when today actually didn't happen for the momentary thought that is soon to happen, that is sort of like tomorrow, because tomorrow hasn't happened. So since it hasn't happened, it's actually tomorrow, and it's not now, it's later. So when is later could be tomorrow. When is tomorrow start? If every day is a 24-hour period and every period of 24 hours ends at the last moment of the last word of the last breath you smoked, then tomorrow spoke, then the last of all that is tomorrow is right now. It's happening. Because when you get to tomorrow, it's today again. So an actual totality is here's the ball. If I show you a string and say this is the ball, you're going to say it's not. It's a string. Well, it's the same thing as when we speak, when we move, and all our actions. It's a string. And when all the strings come together, you have the relationship of the atom. Adam met Eve, everything went wrong, and it became something concrete. That can be yesterday, passed around the back, and into tomorrow. That was like magic. That was like magic. Imagine there's a ball in my hand right now, and it's gone. And it reappears, and then it's gone. But wait a second. And now I'm going to blow again. It's going to disappear. Wow. Magic. Magic. So I'm not changing my hat for any situation. So now we went over the standard death, first, second, third, fourth. I don't know what's on third. Left field was Y. I didn't say he was high. I said Y. Beta creation. So I want to get back to my last piece that I didn't show. But when he said, okay, the catcher's name was Today. Does that mean today, like in 2 days? Who signs his name? Who signs his... Look, this is actually telling me Mars. Go Nash. These are the letters in between. GNSH. What are these initials stand for? Who gets the money? Every dollar. The sun gets the money. Why does the sun get the money? E and D, 5 and 4, tells me the sun gets the money. Who's on first? O sun. Who is on first? I sun. I'm just looking at the rest. What's the name of the guy on first? Yo. Yo. On, the word on is a part of pi, meaning it's broken up. Meaning to say, what I'm going to tell you, what I believe, meaning because of the exchange between numbers and words, sometimes I think I'm not even here naturally. Sometimes I think, who? Naturally, who am I? I'm on first, right? I'm only on first as a continuous inside the body of who I actually am to everybody, but to where I come from the original existence, and then anything that you think I am. I'm into this body. Very soon, I'm going to eat something, and what is the matter of things grew in a field, shipped in a truck, packed in a box. I'm going to take it out of a box. I'm going to put it into my mouth, and it's going to become alive inside of me. And whatever information it had before it passed from the field to the box back into me, it will become alive. Now, if it comes into the waste dump, into waste, it'll just dehydrate and trickle back up. It will become alive because it will rot. What is the matter and what is the fact? What is the matter and what is the fact? What is creation? How do we come to be? What is dead and what is alive? What is life? For what is death? Death, departure of eternal angels from time heaven. Death, DE equaling to the sun. A, angle, angel, passageway, connecting one to the other in a period of time, bridging over the heavens. Why do I say that? Because when you put the at in a circle, it means the A is in the O circle of who you are as a chosen name to where you will end up. And not many places you will end up. .com, .net, .org. What are the majors where you end up? And everything else is a subsidiary of .com, .net, .org, .au. And which group are you in? Google, Facebook? Are you part of the search engine? Have you paid extra funds so your name shows up? Are you a branch? Are you a leaf? Because that is what it is. We are all extensions of something else. The second part of the transaction of life. Does anybody know that? The second part of the transaction of life. Does anybody know the third part of the transaction of life? Did I become as the egg? Or did I start as the sperm? Did I actually begin when the sperm met the egg? Did I actually begin before my father met my mother? And my parents never had sex, so forget it. They never did. I don't exist at all. Just kidding. Put 5 up so 2 can see. Earth, 5, 2, 5, 2. Take your best foot and put it forward. 5, 2. Doesn't even matter if you have no toes. Still noted as 5. 5 toes, 1 foot. 5 fingers, 2 eyes. 1 notes to Mars. The other one notes to Earth. You put them together, 3, 5. It notes in creation. I'm not first. I'm not second. But because before I was born, I was just... Before this birth, I was just that energy of thought. Now I'm actually a compact piece of put together. A put together of this and a put together of that. And the energy, and it came into here. And now, for life, I have that memory. And in death, when I leave, I came here, I was born, but I was already here as part in my mother and part in my father to come together to bring birth, creating a soul of which a spirit can come down into me and be who I am. So I am more than just one, and in the first part of the transaction, and in the second part of the transaction, and in the third part of the transaction, and in the next part of the transaction, when I transpire in this life, and I become who I will be in the next coming of Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus, I'm Havana. Thank you for watching this video.